good morning. It is me, Clarissa here on Clarissa Says, where Clarissa says it all, and that is how I feel. So this morning is gonna be like a vlog video, but the topic is what you should and should not do when you get twists or braids. Okay. Now, there are a lot of things that people do not know about or do not concern themselves with when they go to get braids or twists, okay? Now, there's a lot of styles that are like, twist related. You have jumbo twists, you have rope twists, you have passion twists, you have Sinagales twists, you have, what else do you have? You have a whole bunch of twist styles that you can, experiment with, but all of them are basically the same. You have crochet braids, for instance. You get crochet, your hair's gonna be in braids. You can get, stuff like that. You can put twists in your hair and do crochets too. And the same thing goes with braids. You have box plaids, you have Ghana braids, you have, you have feed-in braids, lemonade braids, braid braids, cornrows, box plaids without weave, box plaids with weave, braid hairstyle, protective styles, any protective style that you have that includes a wig. Your hair either needs to be slicked back, braided, or twisted. This is for you, okay? And these are the things you should not do and should do when you get those kind of styles. So let's start with the don'ts, okay? If you get a braid style or a twist style, first off, your hair might lock up if you leave it in too long. The first thing is first, everybody's hair is different. Everybody's hair is different. Everybody's hair texture is different. And depending on your hair texture may lock up quicker when it comes down to twists. Or it may lock up quicker when it comes down to braids. But it's up to your hair. Like, your hairstylist can't tell you, okay, yeah, we're going to do twists, and within a month or so, your hair is going to start locking up, so take it out. Or your hairstylist can't tell you, okay, you have a certain kind of hairstyle, or certain kind of hair texture that you have braids in for a certain amount of time, your hair will start locking up over a month. It honestly depends on your hair. The hairstylist can only tell you on the average. On average, 3 to 4 months, or 2.5 to 3 months, 2.5 to 4 months, your hair will start to lock up or start to get tangled with the braiding hair if you leave it too long. Okay, for twists, I can only tell you 3 to 4 months because, that's the average. 2 months, your hair may start to lock up. Stuff like that. And you gotta be mindful that certain styles are made for certain styles. Like, twists are made for dress. So normally, twists will lock up your hair quicker than a braiding style will, because braids have 3 strands and they're more so looser, so therefore the follicles and your excess hair that's not being combed on a day-to-day basis actually has the opportunity to just sit for a little while, compared to braids, compared to twists that actually literally you twist it, and if it lasts, it lasts. If it doesn't, it's going to lock up and you're going to have some dreads, sis. So that's don't number one. Just make sure that you know your hair texture and you do not leave your hair for too long, because it leading to don't number two, you may be one of those people that hit up your hairstylist like, oh, you fucked up my hair, when in technicality, the hairstylist did not F up your hair. You left your hair on for too long. The hairstylist did your hair perfectly. It's not their fault that your hair locked up because you left it in for a certain amount of time. It's just the truth about it. So that's number two. Don't blame your hairstylist for your hair locking up, or for the style that your hair is in starting to lock up. Don't blame the stylist like, oh, you fucked up my hair, you messed my hair up or whatever, when it's not technically her fault. Now, another thing, which is don't number 3. So when you leave your hair, regardless if it's twists or braids, in for a while, you're going to experience some shedding because your hair has been protected with weave or extensions, or you have had your hair in for so long. Even if you didn't do your hair with twist or braids with weave, you will have some form of shedding because you're not combing your hair out on a regular or weekly basis. So all of that shedding and dead hair, dead ends, all of that has been sitting on your hair, when you comb it out or blow dry it out or wash it and then try to detangle it, you're going to see more shedding than normal if you do not do it properly. Now, what I am going to do, and I'm going to skip this to get to the do part, is if you are going to do this process and take your hair down, I behoove you to do your hair properly. Like, take your time and literally go through your hair like inch by inch. Don't just take a comb and go through and you know it's matted. Don't just do that. Take the time to go through each part of your hair and comb through I guess as soft as possible. Like, take your time, which is a do take your time, but don't just go straight into your hair after you've had your hair in braids or twists for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and just start combing your hair out. You're going to literally pull your hair out and break your hair off and stuff like that. That's why girls say you have breakage from braids. No, it's because of the way that you took your hair down, and it's the way that you're taking care of your hair. You weren't moisturizing your hair. Oh, another don't. Do not moisturize your hair. Even though your hair is in braids, does not mean that you can't put some oil, you can't put some, a little bit of conditioner, some foam, something like that on your hair, on your roots. It is very important to still take care of your hair, even though it is being protective in a protective style. So that's another don't. Don't just leave your hair. You have to still keep up with your hair. So far we got the do not leave your hair in for too long because it might lock up. Do not blame your hairstylist if you leave your hair in too long and then decide to say that your hair is messed up because your hair is in too long, or hairstylists don't know what they're doing. When they do know what they're doing, you just left your hair too long. Don't do that. Do not take down your hair too quickly. Make sure you go through it nice and, softly. Make sure you actually get through your hair with some conditioner. Don't do it completely wet. Do it with some conditioner. Do it, or dry. Don't do it completely wet or complete. Well, you can do it. It's better to do hanging your hair wet than it is to do hanging your hair dry. So I prefer you to do a conditioner for you to let your hair sit for a little while so it loosens up the knots. So you can go and always start from your roots. That's what do not. Well, let's recap first. And then the last do not is to make sure that you moisturize your hair. So do not just leave your hair alone when you have braids and twists. Now back to the point I was just saying, make sure that when you are detangling your hair, you start at the very bottom of the root. Like, you start from here, because if you start up here and you try to rake down all those knots and all that shedding, all that dead hair that has been sitting on this strand of hair or whatever twist that you have, will all go through, and it's going to be a process to get all that out, and you will shed more because you're pulling your hair out, besides just going through nice and softly through and then working your way up as it goes up. So again, do not ever, with any hairstyle, it doesn't make a difference, braid, twists, regular hairstyles, whatever, do not detangle your hair on dry hair. Do not detangle your hair on dry hair. Don't do it. It's not good for your hair, because it's just not. It's easier for your hair to break like that. It's better for you to have a cream in it, oil in it, some pink lotion in it, hair lotion, hair conditioner, leave-in conditioner, something. That is the best way to detangle your hair. So now that we went over the do nots of braiding and twisting and leaving your hair and taking care of your hair, let's go over the do's. So as I already mentioned make sure you do moisturize your hair, make sure you do keep up with your hair, and make sure you do still take care of your hair. If you have braids in your hair and it's been like 2.5 months, you can wash your hair. You can wash your hair and twist too. Like, don't think because you have extensions you can't wash and dry your hair. You need to make sure your hair is still getting cleaned and moisturized. So wash your hair, condition your hair. If you don't want to wash it completely with shampoo, at least condition your hair so at least your roots and the strands within your weave are getting washed as well. And especially if you've had it in for a while, you don't want your hair to start smelling from all the sweat. So please wash your hair. So first one, make sure you moisturize, oil it up, keep it, nice and clean, nice and moisturized, because it's very important. That prevents breakage. And then the second one, like I said, keep it nice and clean, shampoo, conditioner, whatever you want to do. After 3 months, if you've been in for 3 months, 2.5 months, start washing your hair. Keep it nice and healthy, right? The third thing I would say is, once your hair starts to get old, sis, it's 2019. They have so many products out here. So many products out here for edge control. Honey, get you some edge control. Let me show you the edge control that I use. I use the She Is Bomb edge control. I take this edge control everywhere that I go. And for instance, right now, I'm about to head to work, y'all, but let me show you how quick this is, because I didn't even do my edges this morning. This is how it looks. This is how it looks on the inside of the jar. This is how it looks. It's so simple, because my hair, I've had this in for a little while. So look, y'all. Look at that. I don't have to use a comb. Look, slick it right on back. And look at my hair. Slick right on back, y'all. And it looks like a brand new style. See that? Let's get this side too, y'all. Because you don't want, once you do the one side, you do the other. But I'm just showing you guys. See? Make sure you use some edge control. When your hair starts to get old, just use some edge control. And if you're going to use edge control that is sticky and you have to apply it every other day or so, just make sure that you do take a rag and you take some of the shampoo and you just wash your edges. It's okay to wash your edges. You don't have to wash your whole head if you don't want to wash your whole head, but at least wash your edges. This is a do, y'all. Make sure you wash your edges, because you see how my edges now are all laid and nice, y'all. Just that quick. Do use edge control when you have braids or twists, especially when they start to go old. The beginning stages is fine, but after a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, after a month and a half, you gonna need you some She Is Bomb, honey. You gonna need some of this. You gonna need some of this. This is key. And the reason why I said She Is Bomb, because I have that real hair, y'all. That argan oil, Moroccan argan oil stuff, I forget what, African Pride, that stuff don't work for my hair. That olive oil brand edge control, that don't work for my hair. She Is Bomb Iron Blessed Hands works for my hair. So you can use it for all textures, type of hair, but my hair, this is the only edge control and Iron Blessed hand that actually keeps my edges laid, slicked back that quick, and they're not gonna get poofy. I'm gonna put a scarf on my head before I head in, so that it secures them. Oh, brings the next do. Do use a scarf, a satin bonnet, a satin pillow. Make sure you're covering your hair at night. That keeps your hair nice and it keeps your hair from looking old, because you're actually covering it and it's not creating any static when you are going to sleep. Because when you go to sleep, the pillows, if they're not satin, will create static and make your hair, frizz up. So please use a satin scarf, a satin bonnet, a satin do-rag, a satin pillow if you're not going to put a scarf on your head. But I would behoove you to do both, a pillow and a bonnet or a scarf, a satin scarf. But if you don't have a satin pillow, at least with a scarf, make sure you cover your whole head. So get one of those big ones. If you got to use 2 scarves to cover your whole head, sis, do what you gotta do, but do cover your hair at night. Because for those people, they be like, oh, my hair didn't last. Well, I wonder why you're not covering your hair at night. You're not keeping up with your hair. These kind of styles are maintenance, and if you are not one of the people to take care of your hair, I do not behoove you, I do not recommend you to get these styles, because then you're going to blame the hairstylist, and it's actually not them, it's you. It's so aggy to have someone tell you about your work and you know you did a good job on their hair, but oh, their hair messed up. No, it says you messed your hair up. You did it. I hate people that put the blame on people instead of taking responsibility for themselves. So I made this video for those people that, one, do not know about hair, one, do not know about braids or twists, and one, do not have the audacity or the strength to admit to themselves that they are not keeping up with their hair properly. So sis Clarissa is teaching you how to keep up with your hair properly, how to maintain your hair, and how to keep your hair looking good, nice, and healthy under the weave. And if you have twists, it's the same. If you have twists without weave or braids without weave, it's the same process, sis. This edge control works both ways. You don't have to have weaves to do edge control, but make sure that you do keep up with your hair. If you're gonna do twists or braids for a month, 2 months, 3 months for hair growth, so that for its protective style, you can stick your edges back with a comb, with a brush, or what I just did my hand. Look, it was so simple, y'all. Just so simple, and my hair looks like it was fresh again. So that is my do's and don'ts for braids and twists, y'all. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section down below. This is more like a vlog video because I am heading to work. But yeah, y'all, I might do another video where I list out things and show pictures and all that. But this one I want to make sure I get out because I'm trying to do a video a day, and that has been on my mind because someone crossed me and I'm just like, ugh, I have videos off my chest. Nah, that's not right, y'all. That's not right. People blaming you for not keeping up with their hair. Nah. But yes, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Happy Transformation Tuesday. I transformed my edges real quick while y'all was in the car. Again, if y'all have not already bought y'all some She Is Bomb, go to sheisbomb.com. She is good. The product is nice. And I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe, share, comment down below. Let me know how you feel. Let me know the things that you do to keep up with your hair when you have braids or twists, and let me know any other type of video that you guys like me to go over, especially with vlogging quick videos like this. I'm all for it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching this video today. Peace out, y'all.